So I'm going to read Twas the Night, oops, can't see my face, Twas the Night Before Christmas. And I do this every year, and I'm reading it this year, and my son's here listening to it. And I do this every year. It's a book that my dad and I used to read every year. He used to read it to me for Christmas. And my mom and dad bought me this book at the school library sale. And when I was back in first grade, I think it was. And I just love this book. It's so old. It's by Leonard Weisgard, illustrated by Leonard Weisgard, I'm sorry. It's The Night Before Christmas, and it is, I think it's it's Clement C. That's who does this book. Anyway, that's the cover. And it's just beautiful. I love it. It's such a classic book. Yeah, it's The Night Before Christmas by Clement C. Illustrated by Leonard Weisgard. I'm not quite sure of the age of this book, but it is probably really, really old. Copyright 1949 by Gossett and Dunlap. And it is old. I'm not that old. I wasn't born in 1949. I was born in 1967, but my mom had, like I said, had gotten this book for me. It was at a school sale. And I love, like, the beginning of it. It's just so cool. The beginning of it, it's so beautiful. The illustrations are absolutely just beautiful, and it's really hard to see what I'm showing you here, but it's just a beautiful book. Okay, so let's begin. 'Twas the night before Christmas. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were hung by the chimney with care, in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. There's the pages. That's a very big book, too. It's pretty big. The children were nestled, all snug in their beds, while visions of sugar plums danced through their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled our brains for a long winter's nap, when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters, and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes did appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. And that's one of my favorite pages. I love the sleigh and the reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles, the coursers they came. And he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. On Comet, on Cupid, on Donder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away all. As leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they meet with an obstacle mount to the sky, so up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. stump of a pipe yelled tight in his teeth. And the smoke had encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a round little belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, then filled all the stockings and turned with a jerk, laying his finger on the side of his nose, and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, ere he drove out of sight, "Happy Christmas to all, and to all a good night." And that's that. That's the book, and that's the back of it. It's just the illustrations again. They're so beautiful. Just the colors. I don't know if the colors are coming through. That's the back, and that's the front. And it's just a real classic book. So, with that read, I just wanted to say I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you're all having a Merry Christmas. I got my Jingle Bell earrings in, so. And we went to church tonight. It was beautiful. It was a Christmas Eve service. And my son and I came back, and we have been doing things together, watching movies, and just having some fun together. So, but I hope that wherever you're at, I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas. I hope that you have an incredible new year. I hope that 2025 is very good to you. And God bless us, everyone. Merry Christmas. Have a good night.